This is the Fanttik Z100 power drill, and it's sold at Costco, and it has a different look and feel compared to traditional battery power drills such as this DeWalt. The Fantic has all the main features this DeWalt has, but in a more compact package. After a week of using this Fantic, I'm more impressed than I expected with the quality and features of this drill. Now the battery is not removable, so you can't swap out batteries when the battery runs out like you can with a traditional battery power drill. A traditional battery power drill has mechanical switches, while this Fantic has electronic push buttons to change modes, such as forward to reverse, drill to screwdriver, speed and torque settings. I give the edge to Fantic's electronic switches for convenience and ease of switching. For example, when switching between drill speeds, you have to press the slide switch a lot harder on traditional drills versus the electronic speed dial of the Fantic. And switching between drill and screwdriver mode is a lot easier with the push-button Fantic. The Fantic is about an inch more narrow than the compact DeWalt. The Fantic Z100 is also significantly lighter at 30 ounces versus 50 ounces for this DeWalt when it has a 2 amp hour battery. And the Fantic feels well balanced in your hand. The drill will stand up on its own, but it's not as stable as most traditional drills. If you have a fragile drill bit, I wouldn't advise standing it up on the table. The maximum speed for the Fantic is 1250 RPM versus 1650 RPM for this DeWalt. Now, I found 1250 RPM adequate, but a higher maximum speed would be nice. The Z100 appears the same as a model sold on Amazon with a different model name, the Fantic K2 Ultra. Now, from the specs, photos, and videos I've seen, they are identical. Both have the same internal battery, drill and screwdriver modes, settings, and user interface. The Amazon version includes a holding stand that the Costco version does not, and that is the only difference I could see. I'm fine without the stand because at this time, the Costco version is significantly less expensive. And both units include the same 15 drill and screwdriver bits. Now, like traditional drills, there are two modes, a drill and a screwdriver mode. There is no hammer drill mode, which I never use. The drill mode has 3 speeds, 500, 800, and 1250 RPM, versus the 2 speeds on most traditional drills. I've always found 2 is adequate, but I guess 3 is nice. Now, in screwdriver mode, you can vary the torque between 1 to 20 newton meters in 1 newton meter increments. Then there's a jump from 20 to 30 newton meters with no settings between 20 and 30. We're on drill mode, 18 newton meters, 19, 20, and it jumps to 30. It's at 500 RPM. There's no option to adjust torque in foot-pounds or inch-pounds, only newton meters, which is okay because those numbers are more of a guide. You most likely set the maximum torque by trial and error anyway. The maximum torque setting, 30 newton meters, which is 22 foot-pounds, is a lot of torque for a screwdriver. Here I'm tightening a star head screw with the maximum torque setting of 30 Newton meters. And as you can see, it goes straight down until it strips the threads of the wood. There's an automatic assist, or AU mode setting, in both drill and screwdriver mode, something I have not seen in traditional battery-powered drills, such as this DeWalt. Now, in screwdriver mode, AU will override any prior torque setting, and it will automatically halt the drill when the screw is fully tightened. I found the AU setting worked okay in most wood and drywall applications, but it was annoying how it sometimes stopped before the screw was fully tightened, and therefore I rarely use AU in screwdriver mode. In drill mode, the AU setting is supposed to automatically adjust the maximum power output. I'm not sure what that means in real-world use. I didn't notice any difference. The non-removable battery is 2.5 amp hours. So does the 2.5 amp hour battery have more capacity than the 2 amp hour battery I'm using with the DeWalt? No, you have to look at the operating voltage, which allows you to calculate the true measure of the battery energy capacity, which is the watt hour, not the amp hour. Multiply the battery amp hour rating by the operating voltage to get watt hours. Thus, you see the 2 amp hour DeWalt battery has more than double the energy capacity of the 2.5 amp hour Fanttic. But how will the battery capacity perform in everyday use? A typical DIY user will easily get a day's use with the Fanttic battery before it needs to be charged. I saw in some reviews users claim to get up to 2 weeks use on a single charge, but of course that depends on how much you use it. Now, the USB-C charging works great. I find some USB devices with internal batteries, such as this water flosser, will charge with some USB-C cables, but not others. But the Fanttic charged with every combination of USB-C cables and chargers that I had. Drill bits run true with little runout in the 3/8 inch chuck. Tightening drill bits in the chuck is a little trickier with turning on the drill to help tighten the bit, as the bits don't self-center as easily. The main reason for this is that the chuck depth is not as deep in the Fanttic. Here I have 2 identical drill bits, but the bit goes 12 millimeters deeper into the DeWalt chuck. However, this keeps the Fanttic more compact, which is one of the main reasons I purchased the Fanttic. Also, I found drill bits more likely to loosen during use. So to prevent that, I have to tighten drill bits with a little more tightening torque than with the DeWalt. In conclusion, you must be a little more careful when tightening drill bits with the Fanttic, but the end result is a bit that runs true with little runout. If you use the drill infrequently, it's good to have the owner's manual handy because some of the features are not very intuitive, such as how to set the AU mode. And the owner's manual is well written for a Chinese-made device. Someone with good English skills and knowledge of the drill was clearly involved. So in conclusion, the Fanttik Z100, it's a great drill that includes all the important features of a traditional battery-powered drill in a more compact and lighter package. The electronic control button and dials work good. The truck runs true with little runout. And the USB-C charging works great.